From the Murphy Center on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University, it's the final day of the high school basketball season in Tennessee, the AA title game between the Christ Presbyterian Academy Lions and the Mitchell Tigers of Memphis. Hello, everybody. Chip Walters along with Willie Donick with you, and happy St. Patrick's Day as we come to you from Murfreesboro. Interesting matchup. Very young CPA team against a veteran Memphis Mitchell team, but Mitchell not expected to be here.
Mitchell is a true Cinderella story. By the way, nice green. Everybody on St. Patrick's Day, what a great day for a championship. Mitchell just 3 wins last year, 4 wins the year before. What a great matchup against this powerhouse Lions team.
CPA playing their 40th game of the year this year, and leading the way for them is Craig Bradshaw.
Craig Bradshaw is their leader, 2,000 points, but it goes beyond that. He really does everything. He's the one senior that plays a lot of minutes for Drew Maddox, so he's the guy that sets the example for the younger players. He's on his way to Belmont University to play for Rick Byrd.
Very young lineup around him. It's Wharton, Bonds, Lindsey, and Allsmiller, their other starting 4. And now let's go to Chad Withrow, standing by with Coach Drew Maddox.
Joined now by CPA head coach Drew Maddox courtside. And, Coach, what did you tell your team as you guys prepare for your first state championship game appearance?
Yeah, you know what? It's a game, and to relax and go play it. You've done it your whole life. This is our 40th time to tip it up this year. We've been successful 37 times, so we know what it takes. Trust each other, love each other, and let's go play ball.
Coach, good luck to you.
Thank you, Chad.
That's CPA coach Drew Maddox.
Memphis Mitchell comes in having lost 9 games this year, and it is the conclusion of the age of Aquarius.
It is. Aquarius Stevenson is the guy that's had the good tournament. They do not have the one star player on this Mitchell team, but Aquarius Stevenson is the one outside threat. They need to get offense off of their defense, but when they're in the half court, they need a big day from this kid. He was 4 for 8 in the semifinal from beyond the arc. Around
Stevenson will be McNeil, Vaughn, Robinson, and Blackwell. And Chad Withrow caught up with Coach Faraji Phillips.
Joined now by Memphis Mitchell head coach Faraji Phillips. And, Coach, you just got done talking to your team. What'd you tell your guys as you get ready for this championship game?
Yeah, most importantly, I told them today we have to have fun. You know, we have to relish the moment. We're not supposed to be here, and that's been our mantra. But again, as I've said, have fun today, enjoy the moment, and let's stick to what we've been doing all year long. Deliberate on defense and deliberate on rebound.
Coach, thanks a lot and good luck to your team.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you.
Time now for a quick look at the Governor's Highway Safety Office keys to the game, where the Governor's Safety Office reminds you don't drink and drive.
Well, for CPA, you know that this Memphis Mitchell team is going to come after you. They're going to jump on it with that ball pressure. CPA's got to handle that and get good shots, and they've got to keep Mitchell off the offensive glass. That is a big source of offense from this Mitchell team. For Mitchell, you've got to recognize the double teams. The Lions throw a lot of them at you during the course of the afternoon, and they've got to get a hand in the face because the Lions have a lot of great shooters.
That's coming up. It's Mitchell and CPA right here on the TSSAA Network.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive, and by your local Tennessee public television stations, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships. I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
There are many reasons why 96% of First Tennessee customers would recommend us. Here are a few.
Well, what I love about First Tennessee is that everybody knows me when I walk through the door.
They actually get excited when they see you walk into the branch, and I love that.
They can't stop me from singing the praises of my bank.
Would I go anywhere else? Absolutely not.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
Are you a 96?
Come see why 96% of our customers would recommend us.
We're at the historic Murphy Center on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University, and you have about 115 schools in each classification from across the state, and you start back in October, November, and here they are getting to play down to 2 for a state title.
And you think about what these teams go through the regular season, Chip, especially a team out of Memphis. So we're going to see this afternoon, too, in the 3A championship game. It's so hard just to get out of the city unscathed. You can easily finish 3rd or 4th in your region and still be a contender to get here, but you're going to have to go through some very, very tough teams to do so. So both of these schools, just to get to this point, have achieved to a very, very high level.
We talked about CPA having Craig Bradshaw, and it's really, even though they've been expected to be here and they have built this squad to be where they are, it's interesting that they're here with such a young lineup. Now let's check out the starting lineups. John Rice standing by, the PA announcer here at Murphy Center.
At guard for Mitchell, number 1, Mario McNeil. At guard for the Lions, number 3, Braxton Bond. In the backcourt for the Tigers, 14, Vaisha Vaughn. And forward for CPA, 21, Jalen Lindsey. The center for Mitchell, 15, Gavin Robinson. And forward for CPA, 23, Jake Alsmiller. In the backcourt for Mitchell, 20, Aquarius Stevenson. And a guard for CPA, 24, Craig Bradshaw. At forward for the Tigers, 23, Jalen Blackwell. The head coach for CPA is Drew Maddox. The Lions, after beating Spring Hill and Stone Memorial, are now 36-2. Coach for Mitchell High School, Faraji Phillips. The Tigers beating Alcoa and Liberty Tech yesterday are now 23-9.
Interesting style of play contrast here. CPA very gifted offensively. Mitchell not as gifted as the two teams we'll see in the next game from Memphis offensively, but they can certainly lock you down on the defensive end.
Well, and that's really what they're going to have to do today. It's not easy to do that against CPA. But what this Mitchell team has done in the first 2 games is they have held the opponent to under 30% from the field. If they can get anywhere near that point today against the Lions, that's going to give them a chance to win.
Corey Massey, Terry Tubbs, and Barry Mapp also making their way to the finals, and it's an honor for the officials as well to be calling a state title game. They're some of the best officials from across the state. Glad you could be here with us. Our AA state championship game is underway, and CPA will have the first possession. And it's Bradshaw, the senior, who keeps the ball in his hands to get things underway. And there you see Jalen Lindsey, who will be a very highly recruited young man at CPA. Alsmiller can shoot it. There's Bradshaw. That's what he does best, penetrate and try to score. Rebound pulled away by Mitchell on the miss. And the Tigers look to go into front court, and CPA is going to extend their pressure. They're a very deep team and force a turnover or near turnover. And the Tigers into front court. There's Aquarius Stevens, number 20. You'll be able to watch him. But the first bucket comes from Jalen Blackwell, who's been averaging 8.5 points and 11.5 rebounds so far in the state tournament. Bradshaw answers quickly.
Well, you see the up and down game that we expect to see today. CPA applying all kinds of pressure. We mentioned they're going to double team all over the court. Mitchell handled it well the first trip down, but you got to do it time and time again.
There's Stevenson right in front of the CPA bench. He certainly has the look of somebody who's going to play on the next level. Foul inside. Oh, it'll be a traveling call instead. There was some contact, but a shuffle of the feet gives it back to CPA. Drew Maddox played in a state championship game, but now he's coaching in his first one.
Got the CBA Lions here a few years ago and lost in the quarterfinals, so he's got another squad back with this young nucleus, and you get the feeling with the guys they have on the floor, 4 sophomores starting, they may be coming back later.
Backdoor, the dunk is missed, but a foul inside, and that looks to be on Robinson. We'll check the foul on Memphis Mitchell, and it is on Robinson, his first, and the first on the team.
This is a good backdoor play. This is a great way to relieve the ball pressure that Mitchell is going to apply. You run backdoor cuts, and you see the athleticism of Jalen Lindsey, one of the highest recruited sophomores in the country. All kinds of phone calls coming in to the CPA campus to get a look at this kid, and he has gotten better. He's been there for a long time. It seems like he's played a lot of games already. He started playing in the 8th grade.
Yeah, and he already has over 1,500 points in his career and 500 rebounds. Missed the second free throw, but Mitchell pulls it down. So Lindsey misses them both, and Mitchell breaks the pressure quickly, and a foul inside on CPA as Wharton, or rather as Mario McNeil made the drive. We'll check the CPA foul, and it will be on Lindsey, his first and the first on the team.
McNeil went very aggressively to the basket there. Bradshaw almost got there in time, and you get the feeling there's going to be a lot of block charges in this game, and it's going to be important for Mitchell to make their free throws. Both these teams aggressive on defense, so that should mean a lot of trips to the foul line for both teams if they can take care of the ball.
Mitchell is both of these teams, as a matter of fact, 65% at the free throw line as a team, which at the high school level is acceptable.
And you hope it's a little higher than that today, especially for the underdog for Mitchell. We want to take advantage of those opportunities at the line.
McNeil, second toss is good.
We have a lane violation on the first one there?
Must have, yes. McNeil scores his first point. And both are good. Or did they miss? He missed that one. So back the other way we come. CPA in front court. There's Alsmiller. Back to Bonds. Now a long three from Bradshaw is good. And that makes it 5-3 CPA. And Bradshaw has the ability to hurt you outside, but plays fearless when he goes in the lane.
Well, he's really set the tone offensively, established his drive to the basket, now his outside shot. There's the senior setting the example early in the game, getting his team calmed down with a couple of big buckets.
First time CPA's been in the lead. Bonds with a steal out front, goes to Vic Wharton. Wharton in, shot blocked away, came up a little short. Got his own rebound though. It's stolen away underneath by Memphis Mitchell, and a foul in backcourt. It will be an offensive foul on Mitchell. And Vaishia Vaughn, I think, is going to draw that. But a lot of contact.
Here's the dish. Nice job by Braxton Bonds, penetrating into the paint to kick it out. Inside out, always the best way to go when you're utilizing a three-point shot. And then that was the old chicken wing, Chip. Just to relieve the pressure, he hooked him with the forearm and the elbow. Offensive foul every time.
And it's so easy to do. A natural instinct. Comes into Lindsey. He'll face up, shoot the basketball, miss it, and quickly on the run comes Mario McNeil for Mitchell. McNeil leaves it off for Stevenson. His shot comes up short, but they get the offensive board. Mitchell's had 3 turnovers in their last 4 possessions, but they come up with a bucket there. And it's Jalen Blackwell with his second bucket of the day. He has 4 of their 5 points. Alsmiller out of the corner. He hits a 3.
Alsmiller is pure from the outside. Just an absolutely beautiful stroke. He's going to be spotting up out there all day long. So Mitchell, if they're going to help into the lane, they've got to recover quickly on him, and it's hard to do with his length.
Bonds tips the ball. There's steal it as Alsmiller comes up with it, and an over and back call is going to be made. Alsmiller thought he had his plant foot in front court, but it will go over to Mitchell.
You know, that is probably the most confusing rule. Even the players have trouble remembering what the rule is. So 2 feet over, 1 foot back, as you see the great backspin and form on that Alsmiller shot. Of course, his father, Brian, played at Vanderbilt a long time ago, and he's on that coaching staff for Drew Maddox right now.
Still got the red hair, though.
Brian taught him well.
Back out on top, Wharton with a steal, and Wharton is not afraid to stick his nose in. Misses the layup. Bonds with the tip out. Allsmiller works it over into the corner, and here comes Bradshaw. Across the floor, they worked it. Robert Brown now in the game, but Bradshaw connects on another three, and he is showing his senior leadership early.
That was great ball movement, though. You see the unselfishness to get the ball to Craig Bradshaw, right in rhythm with the stroke.
11-5 and another steal. They'll get it out to Horton, and he gets the easy layup. The pressure by CPA paying dividends early.
Well, that's the thing. You can get through it a couple times and start to feel comfortable, but they're going to keep coming at you with those traps. You can't dribble through it. You got to be very under control as you attack those double teams.
Nathan Cole is now in for Mitchell, but it'll be McNeil who hits the three. And they needed a bucket.
They needed that one big time, and they need some confidence from the outside.
Here's Bradshaw leaving it off for Bond. Now Allsmiller, a deep three straight away. No good, and the rebound comes down to Blackwell. And McNeil, he's going to be the guy to bring it down. They whip it underneath, but the pass not caught by Nathan Cole. 7th turnover already for Mitchell. They can't afford that.
Right, and they're going to turn the ball over some. That is the makeup of this group. We mentioned it. They're underdogs. They were not expected to be here, and that is a tendency of theirs. They've had 12 assists and 47 turnovers in their 2 victories. That tells you how good their defense has been, but those numbers have got to be better today if they're going to have any chance.
CPA in the front court. We keep mentioning it's such a big story of how young they are. Bradshaw misses on the drive, but a foul on Mitchell as he got in there very quickly, and he will certainly be an asset to Rick Bird's team and fits right in with his style of play.
But we see this for the second time. Wharton delivering the backdoor pass. First it was Bonds. This time it was Wharton there. Perfect play. You get everybody above the foul line to take the help out to the perimeter. That frees up that area around the basket. And Bradshaw made a nice cut. Did you see him hang in the air there? Almost made a great play to create a 3-point play opportunity.
Bradshaw, Mr. Basketball finalist. He and I have something in common. He has never made a B. I didn't either, but I haven't made an A. So Bradshaw hits them both. He's got 8 here early.
What a great start.
Yeah, 15-8. CPA with the lead. And talking to Drew Maddox, their team really thought they had something special when they won the King of the Bluegrass tournament up in Louisville. First Tennessee team to ever win that tournament. Foul in the backcourt as the pressure got turned up, and Vic Wharton will get the foul. It'll be his first, and on CPA, their second.
Well, the Tigers have to continue to be strong with the ball there. Keelan Phillips just coming right off the bench. He's welcomed by a double team right off the bat, but he did a good job of splitting it and being strong with that ball. He's got to continue to do it.
There's Blackwell working into front court, gets it over to Keelan Phillips. Phillips in the trap, Bonds with a tip away, and in the backcourt the chase is on. And it'll be Blackwell who gets it down but throws it away. Horton outside, gets it to Cook in the lane. Jalen Lindsey with the layup and the harm.
Just a spectacular play by Lindsey, diving down after the turnover, running the court. And then what an ability to hang in the air here after the deflection. Good job by Wharton to make a good decision there. Didn't force it, hit the open man, and then here comes the trailer. Lindsey gets fouled and is able to stay under control to get a nice soft touch up to the rim.
Great finish by Lindsey, and he hits the free throw for the natural 3-point play. And for Lindsey, his first 3 of the day. It is a 10-point lead here in the first quarter, and the largest lead so far for CPA.
Well, this is what the Lions have done all year long. They just keep coming at you there. You see that turnover number, and here comes the 9th turnover. Got to be better against those double teams.
And it's Brandon Cook who finishes the play to make it 20-8. Mitchell again facing the pressure. And it's Phillips in the lane. Now they work it left to Gavin Robinson. Ball underneath, and Blackwell gets it to fall. He's got 6, and he has been their key so far. Robinson really has not made a splash yet. Allsmiller, a 3 on the run. Too hard. Rebound pulled away by Blackwell.
You see the Lions continuing to push the pace. They're going to keep coming at you. They may give up a couple buckets, but they feel like over 32 minutes, their pressure and their offensive pace is going to be too much for their opposition.
The three ball is missed, but the putback by Robinson is good. Stevenson came up a little short. Robinson there to clean it up.
And a good read by Robinson. He knew that ball was going to come up short and was the quickest to the basketball, and then did a good job going right up with it for the layup.
Braxton Bonds with the drive. Got it to fall.
Great job by Bonds there, recognizing that that defense was stretched out on the perimeter there. He had space to finish.
Robinson has it stolen away, and it's Bradshaw who comes the other way. Turnover number 10. And that, you can't have that kind of number and expect to win a state title.
Well, one thing I'm impressed with so far, CPA has not been bothered by that ball pressure by Mitchell that has been so troublesome for the two teams that they beat. They have created a lot of steals, a lot of turnovers just with that pressure on the ball, but guys like Wharton and Bonds have been able to get to the bucket, and right there you see Craig Bradshaw able to beat his man. That's not a good sign for Mitchell. And right now, Faraji Phillips has to be thinking about getting his guys to turn up the heat. They've got to do a better job of keeping the CPA Lions from driving like that.
1 out of 2 for Bradshaw at the line. He has 9 so far in the game. And a foul on the drive. It's Brandon Cook who will get the personal, his first and the third on CPA as a team.
And right now you see CPA is able to get some offense off of the defense. Mitchell needs that same number. The CPA is going to score some off of turnovers with their traps. They have to. But Mitchell's got to do it as well. And right now, that 0 is not a good sign. 2 ways to get through the traps, Chip. You either have to pass or you've got to be quick and go through the trap. Now, that's a good job. Hitting the high post, man open down low. Good job this time by Mitchell. And they have been able to convert when they've done that. That's textbook.
And it's Vasha Vaughn who gets his first. Alsmiller a 3.
That can't happen there. That's just a poor pickup by Mitchell. That's the one guy you definitely cannot leave on the perimeter. He's going to burn them all day long with that.
26-14, a 12-point lead for the Lions. And they break the pressure but nearly lose it and throw it away. Wharton with the ball. Comes back up court and into the front area. Wharton between the circles, gets it over now to Bradshaw. They'll slow things down, probably go for the final shot of the quarter. Back outside, Wharton and Bonds. Wharton surveys, and they'll spread the floor out and move. Keep an eye on Alsmiller and Bradshaw. They send Alsmiller to the corner, and Bradshaw comes back to get the ball.
So look at the high screen here. These are the two guys they want to trigger it.
Bradshaw to Wharton. Got fouled with 2.5 seconds to go, and it will be a common foul out of bounds. It'll be on Mario McNeil, his first, team 6th. But 6 fouls and 10 turnovers in the first quarter, not the way Faraji Phillips wants his team to start.
All right, got time for probably 2 dribbles here for CPA as they run this play.
Comes into Alsmiller, he sets and shoots a long one, just missed off the rim, and that is the end of quarter number 1 in this 2A title game here at Murphy Center, and it has been all CPA early. They lead 26-14.
Man, this car is amazing. These seats feel so good. And the speakers are crazy good.
No, seat warmers too, man. 470 horsepower.
Can't wait till we go to the club.
Man, just imagine. We're going to get all the ladies.
Come on, guys. This is a nice car, but let's get back to work.
Hello, I'm Monica Shoemake, General Manager and CEO of WLJT. At WLJT, we're proud to serve West Tennessee with programming and outreach services that inspire, educate, and entertain. It only makes sense in our mission to serve the children of Tennessee for us to be a part of the TSSAA basketball championships. Whether you're a team from Jackson, Lexington, or Martin, or from Memphis, Nashville, or Knoxville, The Tennessee Public Television stations are proud to be able to bring these games into your living room. As you're enjoying today's action, we hope you'll reflect on the great programs you've enjoyed on PBS, especially the PBS children's programs like Super Y, Sesame Street, and Word World that have helped to teach your children to read. Please call the number on your screen and support the local public television stations that have made this programming possible. Your financial support is your vote that programming, such as today's games, are important to our viewers. Thank you and good luck to all the teams.
Hi, I'm Rochelle Stevens. I earned a gold medal in the 1996 Olympics. I learned a lot of things from my years competing in track and field, in high school, college, and training for the Olympics. I've used those lessons to build a successful business. I want to congratulate all the teams in this year's state basketball tournament. Tennessee Public Television has teamed up with the TSSAA to present these championship games live across the state in recognition of your efforts. Congratulations.
CPA leads by 12 after one quarter. Let's check in now with Chad Witherow.
Joined now by Kendall Poole from the Governor's Highway Safety Office. Kendall, you guys have been a longtime partner of the TSSAA. Why is it important to be involved in high school athletics?
Well, we always love to be involved everywhere across the state, but critically with the TSSAA, we're reaching the communities and the student athletes that we need to reach across the state with safe driving messages, the booze it and lose it message, the click it or ticket message, and of course all the distracted driving messages.
And what is that main message you want to get across to the good people of Tennessee?
Well, our mission is to reduce crashes and save lives in the state of Tennessee, and we've reduced, along with all of our partners, fatalities to the tune of 33% over the last 7 years. And you think about that, that's unbelievable. But our goal is to continue to reduce those fatalities. And now we're into the spring driving season. We just want to make sure that everybody gets behind the wheel, is responsible, and makes good decisions and good choices.
Thanks a lot, Kendall.
Thank you, Chad.
Guys, back to you.
Well, we certainly hope that all the fans heading back to their homes, whether they're in Mountain City or Memphis, either end of the state and all four corners, that they drive safely when they leave here in the geographic center of the state in Murfreesboro. Second quarter underway, and Memphis Mitchell with a hill to climb.
And you can see Mitchell, when they're getting shots, they're converting, they're getting good looks, 6 to 8, but they're 6 out of 8 from the field, but they're just not able to get through the traps well enough. They've turned it over way too many times. Now, Lions showing a little bit of a different look with the zone here, sagging back for the first time in the game.
And we'll see how Mitchell decides to attack it. From the outside, a three for Mario McNeil.
Unexpected offense there by McNeil. He has not been shooting much in the first 2 games of this tournament. That's a huge lift for this team there, and that's a much-needed 3.
CPA brings it up.
That'll probably get him out of that zone, I would say.
I would say so. They'll certainly talk about it across the way. Bradshaw to Bonds. Bonds down the lane, leaves it off. Now Allsmiller again. Misses off the back rim, but it's Lindsey who chases down the rebound, and again they reverse it quickly and get it down low to Horton. Out to Lindsey, a long 2, and it's good. Jalen Lindsey.
Good looking stroke, excuse me, Chip. You can see great form for a guy that's still growing as a sophomore at 6'6". You can see why he's so attractive to a lot of people on the next level.
Here's Stevenson, this time putting it down and driving. No basket. It will be an offensive foul on Aquarius Stevenson. His first and the 17th foul.
And they really needed Stevenson to get that bucket there, but a good job by Bradshaw getting there, getting set, and drawing the charge. Mitchell's going to keep attacking that basket. CPA is doing a good job of getting into those lanes and clogging them up.
Here's Bonds with the ball, and his uncle is Barry Bonds, which makes him in that Bobby Bonds family, so you know there's some athletic ability there. Braxton gets it back out now to Bradshaw. His shot no good, but a foul on the three-point shot by Jalen Blackwell will send Bradshaw for 3 freebies at the line.
And obviously that's not the foul that you want. Bradshaw's a good shooter, so you've got to get out in his face, and that's what Blackwell was trying to do, but you don't want to foul the three-point shooter.
Bradshaw hits the first. He is a 71% free throw shooter, and as a senior has over 2,000 points in his career at CPA.
Not only the 2,000 points, but 1,000 rebounds. And a guy that I think probably might have had a look from a lot of other schools, but Rick Bird's Belmont squad was on him early. He had a knee injury during a critical summer between his junior and senior years, and that allowed Belmont to sort of sneak in there. They stayed with him through the injury, and so he'll be a Bruin next year.
Bradshaw with a very big first half, nearly half their points. Rebound on the missed shot by Mitchell. It's Bradshaw coming again, full blast. Trying to go coast to coast, drew the foul on the drive. And it will be on Mitchell, and it looks like it's going to be on Blackwell. And it will be his third.
That's 2 fouls in a row. That's not what you want for this Mitchell team, because Blackwell's the guy you need on the floor. You see there, he was in good position, but Bradshaw was able to see him freeze and knew if he was able to change his angle there, he would have a route to the basket. You saw Blackwell slide the hips at that last second. So clearly a block, and so that's some foul trouble for the Tigers. And Blackwell had a good touch going offensively, so that hurts.
Bradshaw misses the free throw. It's 32-17. Bradshaw with 15 first half points. In the front court comes Mitchell. They go underneath, and the lay-in by Gavin Robinson makes it 32-19.
And the key there was the great pass by Vaisha Vaughn from that high post position. When you get that ball in the high post against that zone, you've got to make that quick decision. And Vaughn, watch this. Out of the double team, bang, bang. High post to low post. Vaughn's quick decision there was the key. And a good finish there by Gavin Robinson.
Ball knocked away.
So Mitchell trying to apply some full court pressure here, see if they can change the pace of this game, get a few turnovers of their own.
Mitchell beat Liberty Tech out of Jackson yesterday in a game that just barely got into the 40s. So a lower pace of the game would be to their liking, but CPA wants to play as fast as possible, and so far they have been able to impose their will.
They force you to go faster than you want to go.
And Wharton a little too fast there. The turnover goes the other way, and it's Cole who misses the layup. But they get the offensive board as Vaisha Vaughn gets it back to McNeil. His long three off the rim. Lindsey pulls it away and gets it to Bonds. Out to Wharton, and now Bradshaw's three. Offside rebound goes to Brown, and it's knocked away and will go to Memphis Mitchell.
Good job by Mitchell to double team the rebounder there. Robert Brown had a good chance there. Was able to pull it in, but they knocked it off of him. So Mitchell getting it back. So Mitchell really down by 13. They've got no choice but to get into this track meet and take their chances.
Because it is certainly hard getting stops against CPA with all the firepower they have in their lineup.
They are hard to guard in the half court.
Into the front court, they get it to Martin. His shot blocked away, but a foul called on CPA. We'll check the foul. It is on 23, Jake Alsmiller, his first, and the fourth team foul. And CPA has been able to keep that part of their game pretty clean so far.
So you see Jeremiah Martin, just a ninth grader, a freshman. He has come off the bench in each of the first two games, and he's a guy that's not afraid to attack the basket and shoot. So maybe this Mitchell team can get a little lift from him.
Yeah, he had 7 against Alcoa and 2 points yesterday against Liberty and had a rebound in each game. And there he hits the free throws. And Martin on the board. CPA with Lindsey in the lane. Boy, he can finish. Rebound there. Goes to Robinson. Robinson out to McNeil. He'll pull up and fire a three and nail it. He's got 3 of them.
Great offense by Mario McNeil. He was under control with that drive. You got to like the way he pulled up, and as soon as he released it, he felt good about it. And sure enough, he's hot.
McNeil, a junior, kind of the leader of this team, though. Here's Alsmiller, a 3 out of the corner, and that one he rips it.
That is his hot spot. Alsmiller just spotting up in the corner, letting the guards penetrate and find the open man. The unselfishness of CPA has been really, really important. They have passed up good shots for better shots. They haven't forced anything. They've got a lot of guys who can shoot, and that is tough offense to guard right there. Beautiful ball movement on that play, resulting in a good 3 by Alsmiller.
Go faster, fly higher, get closer to nature. From the most remote corners of the world to your own backyard, Watch nature on this PBS station.
You know, Jake Alsmiller attempted 348 shots on the season, and almost 300 of them are from three. So you know where he's going to shoot. He is your classic spot-up shooter, and with that length, he is going to be an asset to any team. And so you've got to know the scouting report on him. You've got to try to make him a driver. You'll see here with Bradshaw penetrating, drawing the help, and you see there with Robinson helping off his man. He's got no choice to do it, but he's got to extend out and make Alsmiller put the ball on the floor.
He's got 119 threes this year and 221 in his career. Mitchell back.
And he's only a sophomore.
Yeah, exactly. Into the front court. Shot missed in the rebound, knocked away, last touched by Mitchell. And you really hit on two great points. The unselfishness and the superb ball movement and ball reversals for CPA just makes them hard to deal with. Bradshaw faked the handoff and went to the basket.
That was good play action there, Jeff. They faked the handoff, and the bootleg was there. There was nobody home underneath.
He sold it well, too.
He sure did.
There's a zone press and the throw into the corner. Long skip pass back out to Martin. He'll fire an off-balance three, and the shot missed, picked up by CPA on the rebound, and Bradshaw on the run. Nice crossover down the lane, lost the handle and a foul on Memphis Mitchell. It looks like Martin will draw it, and be a two-shot foul coming up since it will be the double bonus. It is Martin with his first and the 10th team foul on Mitchell.
A huge first half Craig Bradshaw is having. 17 points already. And it's not as if he's forcing a shot. He's doing it all within the flow of the offense. He's attacking the basket. If he can get to the rim, he takes it. If the help comes over, he pitches to one of his teammates. That's why the CPA team, I keep saying it, but it's hard to guard. Mitchell is a great defensive team. They've gotten here on the strength of their defense, but they're really struggling to contest shots.
Bradshaw, 19 points now as he hits both free throws. It's 39-23. 16 points. That's the largest lead so far for the Lions. And again, the pressure in backcourt. They'll work it up front. McNeil has been their spark plug offensively because so far Stevenson has not scratched.
I think you got to keep trying to get that ball to the high post just like that. That's where some good Mitchell offense has been coming from.
And the high-low pass from there can be effective, especially against that zone. There's Stevenson in the lane. The give off to Cole is blocked away. Got it back, though, and 4 purple jerseys are around him, so pick one on the foul.
Well, that was nicely done by Mitchell. At first, a great block by Craig Bradshaw on the first attempt after Mitchell did a great job of getting the ball into the paint and finding the open man. Very nice job to stay with it by Nathan Cole to get that second chance.
Brandon Cook picks up his second foul, and now Nathan Cole, who is a football signee with the University of Cincinnati, he's a wide receiver, and his dad, Nathan Cole Sr., is the football coach at Mitchell High.
Well, you got to like this Mitchell team. 7 wins combined over the last 2 years, and to be able to get here is just absolutely remarkable. So I love the makeup of this team. You don't see themselves getting upset with each other. They've had a rough time here in this first half, but they're staying with it, and they're hanging around in this game. I like this mentality, this attitude, and that's going to mean great things going forward.
Coach Faraji Phillips is in his first year, and he is a former player at Mississippi Valley, and talking to some of their folks, they said it took until about the new year for these players at Mitchell to really buy into what he was doing, but everybody's on the same page right now. There's a shot blocked away, and a 3 is missed, and it's Stevenson with the rebound. And Mitchell looking to make a little run. They're down 16, and they need to clip some of that off before halftime. Baseline drive, back outside. There's McNeil with a fall-away 3 that's good.
What a shot that was. His 3rd 3 of the first half. His 4th 3 of the first half. And I'll tell you what, where would they be without him? They're doing a better job handling the double teams. Now, if you notice, Chip, 11 turnovers in that first quarter. They've cut it down considerably here, and it's made a difference.
And when that happens, you can't panic. There is a way out. Here's Bradshaw. Long pass into the corner. Alsmiller left alone. That one rattles out. And it's Cole who gets it out to McNeil. McNeil in a big hurry. Out to Stevenson. Head fakes. Now McNeil again. After having such a poor first quarter handling the basketball, Mitchell has only 1 turnover here in the second quarter, and Cole finishes off the drive.
Again, the high post area is the open area. With Aquarius Stevenson being a good three-point threat, they're extending out, but that's leaving the lane open.
Horton misses. Rebound, Mitchell. Stevenson on the run. They've got some numbers. He'll pull up and shoot a 3, missed it short. Rebound, put back up, and a foul as Cole will go to the line.
Well, he faked Bradshaw up in the air. Bradshaw on the way back down, thought he had all ball. Here's, again, the high post. The penetration there. You see how much space was open there for Nathan Cole. He was able to finish. And then a good job on the next possession by Mitchell, hitting that offensive glass. We talked about that as one of the keys to the game, Chip, being able to get some extra possessions, some second chance points. And Cole was rewarded there, running down that rebound from Stevenson's miss.
Nathan Cole. Free throw is good. He had 10 in their first game of the tournament and 11 yesterday against Liberty, so he's averaging 10.5 points here in the state tournament.
And you see Coach Faraji Phillips bringing him off the bench, a la Kentucky, the way they use Derek Miller. It's nice to have a veteran player like this that you know you can go to. Interesting way to attack it, and it's paying off here for Mitchell as they chip away at that lead.
Another free throw, and currently the Mitchell Tigers on a 7-0 run. They have cut it down to 9 as we go into the final minute of the first half. Lindsey got left alone, and the ball knocked away, and a foul called on Gavin Robinson.
Good offense by CPA. Lindsey had not been involved the last several trips down, and you could tell Coach Drew Maddox wanting to go into the paint because Lindsey is such a weapon, and they certainly are going to make him earn it there. That was a hard foul by the Tigers.
Coming into this game, he was 10 of 15 at the free throw line in the state tournament. Second toss here after missing the first is good, and Lindsey with 6 first half points.
A little bit quiet for Lindsey, but you can tell he doesn't need too many touches because he's so efficient. Once he catches it in there, it's hard for him to it's hard to stop him. Either he's going to score or he's going to get fouled most of the time.
40-30, and Mitchell down 10. Looks to hold it for the last shot. They'd like to get something good here before the half and go in with some momentum.
And we'll see if the Lions are content to let them do that, or will they start to apply some double teams before it gets down to 10 seconds. You can see Bonds wants to extend. Wharton can pressure the ball as well, but it looks like CPA is going to let him take the last shot.
15 seconds to go. There's McNeil. McNeil and Cole. A little two-man game now.
Got to attack it now. 5 seconds, got to go.
There's one way to attack it. A 35-foot three. It's no good, and the first half comes to a close. And you can see Coach Faraji Phillips wanted something else besides that very, very long three-point shot. But Mitchell, even though down 10, ended the first half on a 7-1 run. Let's go down to Chad Withrow, standing by with Drew Maddox.
Coach, you really had success upping the tempo early, making Mitchell uncomfortable. Is that something you want to see continue in the second half?
Yeah, obviously we like to play fast. We like to get on transition. Right now we're having some defensive mishaps, so we're going to shore up here at halftime.
Coach, thanks a lot.
Okay, thanks, Jim.
Back to you guys.
All right, we'll find Drew a lozenge here at halftime. He has been coaching hard here in the first half. 40-30 is your score as CPA leads it over Memphis Mitchell. And time now for a word from your local PBS station.
Hey there, how you doing?
Doing good, how are you?
I'm Becky McGurr, the CEO of WCTE, and Sonia? Sonia Higginbotham is the membership manager of WCT TV, and we certainly appreciate you guys tuning in. What a great game we have going on here.
I tell you, there's a lot going on here, Becky. It is back and forth action. When one makes a goal, the next one reciprocates, so it's been kind of nice to watch.
It really is. It's an exciting game here, right at Murphy Center at MTSU. TSSAA action, the Blue Cross Bowl. So we certainly are thrilled that you're joining us here on your PBS station.
And not only that, this is a perfect chance for you to look at that number that's going across the bottom of your screen and pledge your support to your local PBS station for bringing these great games into your own home for you to watch today.
That's right.
Really enjoyable.
That's right. And this is an exciting game because we have two teams matching up here, just like you're matching up with your PBS station to join our family and help us bring these games to you. So we ask that you take this opportunity, go to the phone, give us a call, and let your PBS station know across the state that it's important that you believe in these games and this kind of coverage.
That's right. And remember, it's all PBS stations across the state. So, we have 6 stations, and these games are visible to everyone. So when that number comes across the screen, just be sure and take that number and call it in to your local station.
We certainly are waiting to hear from you now.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships.
I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
There are many reasons why 96% of First Tennessee customers would recommend us. Here are a few.
Well, what I love about First Tennessee is that everybody knows me when I walk through the door.
They actually get excited when they see you walk into the branch, and I love that.
They can't stop me from singing the praises of my bank.
Would I go anywhere else? Absolutely not.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
Are you a 96?
Come see why 96% of our customers would recommend us.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAAnetwork.com/SBP.
Sonia, these teams have gotten here because of hard work, discipline, determination, and strength. And we're excited to see this, be a part of it. I hope you at home feel the same way, and that you'll join your team of PBS stations by becoming a member.
That's right. And you may have seen some of the spots come across the reel. We've got some wonderful thank you gifts for you to pledge your membership to, starting out at the $60 level and on up. But even if you can't do that, just keep in mind that each personal station in your area has a basic membership that may start out at $35 or even $40. So
absolutely.
You can always do that, and that always goes into this wonderful programming.
That's right. It's really critical for your PBS station to hear from you today, to know how much you're enjoying this kind of coverage. This is a new endeavor for us for the last couple of years, to be a part of this kind of TSSAA action, and we hope that you will, if you appreciate this, and we believe that you do, because we're hearing from you, will take this opportunity and become a member. Because by becoming a member, your membership dollars go to that station and helps keep this kind of quality programming on the air throughout the year.
That's right, Becky. And I know you've all been watching your local stations in their own drives. This is just another partnership that we have here with TSSAA and Play on Sports that enables us to be able to bring these games to you. And I know I've enjoyed watching them the last 2 weekends. This is our last weekend here, but I'm so hyped to be here today and to see these 3 games coming up, and I hope that you'll stay with us and get to watch all these today.
Me too. It's exciting basketball action, live coverage. We also bring you live coverage of football, and then, of course, in the spring, we'll bring you the the championship sports, of those spring sports, soccer, track and field, all through the TSSAA Play On Sports and WCTE, all your PBS stations throughout the state partnership. So be a part of this exciting work by becoming a member of your station right now.
That's right.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships.
I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
There are many reasons why 96% of First Tennessee customers would recommend us. Here are a few.
Well, what I love about First Tennessee is that everybody knows me when I walk through the door.
They actually get excited when they see you could walk into the branch, and I love that.
They can't stop me from singing the praises of my bank.
Would I go anywhere else? Absolutely not.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
I'm a 96.
Are you a 96?
Come see why 96% of our customers would recommend us.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play On School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAAnetwork.com/SBP.
Championship Saturday here in Murfreesboro, and it's a 10-point lead for the CPA Lions over the Mitchell Tigers. Chip Walters and Willie Donig here courtside. And early on, it was all CPA, but Mitchell clawed back in it.
Well, Mitchell turned the ball over 11 times in the first quarter. Really were having trouble with the traps that the Lions were throwing at them, but they settled in. They started hitting the high post. They stopped trying to dribble through the traps. They got much better looks in that second quarter. And how about the performance by the point guard, Mario McNeil? He was the guy facing a lot of that heat early on. Started to find some gaps and some good looks for some shots.
Take a look at the first half highlights. Bradshaw did everything for CPA.
He's the guy that runs the show. Just so many times triggering good plays. You see the outside ability there of Jake Alsmiller. Only 3 of 8 from 3. He's capable of even better than that with some of the looks he's got. But Bradshaw has been the guy. Anytime he's wanted to get into the lane, he's been able to do it. Now we watch Mitchell finding those gaps in the zone, and that interior passing has been nice there in that second quarter. And then we mentioned McNeil with the touch from the outside. He's 4 for 6. He only averages 6 points a game on the season, and he hit 4 threes in that first half to keep the Tigers alive in this game.
When we take a look at the first half stats, pretty efficient offensively for both teams, but that turnover number for Mitchell was the big one.
And again, you got to separate it. First quarter, second quarter. CPA built the lead with all those points off the turnovers down at that bottom in yellow. CPA 16 points off of the turnovers, but Mitchell played much better in that second quarter. We'll see what the story is in these last 2.
Let's check in with Chad Withrow standing by with Faraji Phillips.
Coach, it seemed early on you had some trouble with the CPA press and their tempo, but you settled down a little bit as of late. Is that what you hope to see more of the second half?
Yeah, we were a little bit nervous, jittery. This is a great opportunity for our kids to play on this kind of stage, and I think it kind of got to us early on. But I'm looking for my team to settle down and play a little bit better in the second half.
Coach, thanks a lot. Good luck in the second half. That's Coach Faraji Phillips, guys.
All right, appreciate it. 10-point lead for CPA. We'll have the second half after this as you watch state championship basketball from the TSSAA network.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships.
I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
Set to go for the third quarter here at Murphy Center on the campus of Middle Tennessee State University. CPA has it to start the third quarter, and we'll see how CPA continues to play at a fast pace and see how Mitchell adjusts to it. And it's Braxton Bonds in the front court for the Lions. Bonds looping pass into Lindsay, and a turnover for CPA starts the half.
And that's rare. They did a very good job in the first half. Only 3 turnovers, but a good start for Mitchell.
Stevenson out to McNeil. Now Aquarius Stevenson, head fake. Got the ball knocked away. McNeil directing traffic out front. Says, I'll take this. McNeil with a drive, kicks it back out. Inside out pass to Stevenson. He's going to have to pull the trigger sometime. The 3, though, by Vaughn is missed. And CPA on the run. Back outside, they work it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw from the free throw line. He now has 21 here in the ball game.
And just so efficient. He's 5 for 7 from the field. Like we said in the first half, he's not forcing anything. It's all within the flow of the offense.
CPA got off to a huge start in the first quarter, but they were only 3 of 9 in the second quarter from the field.
But it was not bad shot selection. They're still getting good shots in their offense. They just weren't getting it to fall.
Stevenson with the 3, missed it, and the rebound taken by the Tigers. Working back inside is Vaisha Vaughn. He can't hit. Tipped outside. McNeil from the free throw line hits.
Is he feeling it or what? And a great job by Vaisha Vaughn just battling on that offensive glass.
And in backcourt, we have a whistle. A technical foul has been called on the Mitchell bench. And I'm not sure what.
I don't think anything was said. I think it was simply he was out of the coaching box, if I saw this right. And I'm not really sure why the need to call that. Faraji Phillips was just communicating with his team, and he was over the line in the coaching box. But again, state championship game, I can't imagine why that was necessary, but just that was the letter of the law. I guess I did not see him raise his voice or anything. I don't think. I've been, by the way, very impressed with the way Faraji Phillips has handled his club. We talked about the adversity. They had a chance to get blown out of the gym here. They've done a great job of keeping their poise and hanging around in this game.
Well, Bradshaw left the door open because he missed 2 free throws.
So it's really all for naught. And there's another technical.
Yeah, that one is going to be on McNeil for touching the ball while it's in the hands out of bounds.
Right, that's an automatic there. You can't do that, even though I don't think he really meant to do it. He felt like Vic Wharton was inbounding the ball. He sort of stuck it out there. It's a natural reaction. He just sort of had his hands there. So more free throws.
And that's going to be, that goes as a personal. It will be his second. And the first team foul, I'm guessing the technical on the bench did not count as a team foul. And at the line now will be Alsmiller. So Coach Drew Maddox changes his technical shooter.
So Greg Bradshaw did not have a chance to redeem himself on the technical free throws there.
And
you saw Faraji Phillips over there. He played his college basketball at Mississippi Valley State. He was a Delta Devil. Got to guard Allen Iverson in the NCAA tournament once upon a time.
Alsmiller scores 5 quick points with the 2 free throws and comes right back with the 3. He's got 14 in the game, and it's 47-32. That 10-point lead ballooned to 15 very, very quickly as CPA is on a 7-2 run. Missed shot there, but another offensive board stolen away by Lindsay. Out to Bradshaw, and he's off to the races. Bradshaw underneath Wharton, and he finishes well.
And look at the pass by Bradshaw. Once again, dribbling full speed on the speed dribble, but under control to deliver the pass at the perfect time.
49-32. And a foul on Braxton Bonds as he bodied up Vaisha Vaughn.
Now watch Bradshaw. That's the full speed dribble. They're pushing it out in front and then taking the angle where he's not going to get called for the charge. So under control and then hit Vic Wharton right in stride. Vic Wharton, of course, the nephew of Brandon Wharton, who was a guard who played, I believe, his high school ball at Overton High School, and then went on to the University of Tennessee, had a great career. And I believe at one time was teammates of Tony Harris, who is going to be an assistant coach. We'll see him on the bench in the next game.
Yeah, Tony played at Tennessee and was he's an assistant coach at East now, and played at East High School, as a matter of fact. There's a block on the baseline on Wharton. And on Wharton, his second personal, team second. So an inbounds coming for the Tigers of Mitchell. And into the hands of that guy, Mr. McNeil. Super Mario works to Cole. Out to Martin, looked at a three, now goes back to the left side. Here's Cole, his shot blocked by Lindsay. And then Lindsay with a second block. But another offensive board, and baseline again, this time a foul underneath. Looks to be on Allsmiller.
Well, excellent perseverance by the Tigers there. Lindsay denied two different shooters, but they just kept going back in there, sticking their nose in there, and finally they got fouled. Look at Lindsay, there's one block. He doesn't come up with it. A second block, but this does not deter the Tigers. Look at this. Robinson, or make it Vaughn, goes right back at him, gets it to Robinson, and he goes to the line.
So Robinson to the stripe, hits the first one. Gavin Robinson with 5. He's had averaged 3 points and 3 rebounds in the state tournament. Robinson misses the second. The rebound stuck back up and in by Vaisha Vaughn.
Well, I like Vaughn and Robinson, how they get after it on the glass. They got those quick hands or quick jumpers and creating those extra opportunities. So effectively the three-point play in reverse there. So a big play for the Tigers.
Jeremiah Martin with a foul, his second, team second, and a 14-point lead for CPA. And Mitchell is going to dial up a little pressure.
Hanging around, they need a run here. They got to make it happen with their defense. But again, this Lions team is tough to pressure.
Boy, Bonds with the big follow on Horton's miss. Bonds with 4, but his presence is so much more than the 4 points.
Well, there's another steal.
And Bonds again. He's got 6, and it's 53-35, an 18-point lead, the largest for CPA. Blackwell connects on the jump shot.
Big answer, but you can see CPA able to score in those bunches there. Good job by the guards. Warden and Bonds under control, unselfish, and they can cause the action to heat up on defense.
Bradshaw to Bonds. Bonds, boy, found his teammate Allsmiller wide open, but the 3 is missed. The tip out to Wharton. Wharton drives in, dumps it back, and a turnover. McNeil on the run, all the way in, dumps it off, and Cole gets the layup.
Great pass by Mario McNeil. I thought he was going to be out of control. I thought he was going to force up a tough shot, but at the last second delivered the pass perfectly.
53-39. Wharton got a little out of control and lost the ball. Here's Vaisha Vaughn into front court. They work it over to McNeil. His 3 no good. The tip out on the rebound goes to Wharton, and bodies on the floor on both ends of the floor.
Watch this. It looks like he's in trouble. He draws Bradshaw over and then makes the perfect pass. Really nice job by Blackwell to trail the play and really hustle to get in position.
Mr. Blackwell dressed for success.
Very chaotic play here, and that's what Mitchell is going to have to get back in it. But again, it's a dangerous way to play against CPA because they're so sound with their ball handling and passing.
Foul was on Jeremiah Martin, his 3rd, and the 3rd on the team. CPA has had 2 turnovers in a row, but only had 3 in the entire first half. See what they do with this possession. Bonds out on top to Brown, and now Bradshaw. They're really putting the heat on Bradshaw, especially on the handoffs to him.
You can see they want to keep the pressure, but Bradshaw is able to handle that pressure pretty well.
Lindsay found it and finished it.
And Bradshaw makes the play. Again, putting a lot of heat on him, but he's still able to get to the bucket here. Bradshaw, again, under control, draws the defense over. Help gets there just a little bit late. Faisha Vaughn had the right idea, sliding over in the shell drill there, but once Lindsey catches it, as we mentioned, he's almost automatic. Either score or foul, and in this case, he's got a chance to get both.
But a cause of concern for Mitchell, Jalen Blackwell now with 4 fouls. Speaking of Jalen's, Lindsey connects on the free throw. He has 9 in the game, and the lead goes back to 17 at 56-39.
CPA is setting up that press. You see the steals. They've had a lot of effectiveness there. Double digits in that category.
Stevenson, he got the ball hung on his hip and a foul as he made his way to the basket. We'll check the CPA foul, and it's on 24, Craig Bradshaw, his second, team 4th. And they bring it back in. Here's Stevenson. And a handoff back to Mario McNeil. 17-point lead. And the 3 by Jeremiah Martin is good.
We mentioned it. He's just a freshman, but he's not afraid to let it fly when he comes off that bench. Look out. Oh, my goodness.
How about that pass?
You know, I was just about to say it. I'm glad I didn't say it, Chip, that Jalen Lindsey's been a little quiet. He's had some spectacular dunks in this tournament. Watch Bradshaw again, leaving it right up there. Lindsey's so good at timing the jump. You just got to get it near the rim, and he is going to thunderously throw that thing home. Lindsey getting recruited by everybody in the country right now. You see why right there. He doesn't need that many touches to get a lot of offensive efficiency.
Antiques Roadshow, real people sharing real stories with real experts, one treasure at a time. Don't miss the all-new season of Antiques Roadshow on this PBS station.
Talking about Lindsey, Chip, a guy that has been getting the attention of coaches since he was in the 8th grade, and he's got a very good family, good support system. Coach Drew Maddox has been through it, having played at Vanderbilt, and so they've really done a good job of setting up a surrounding support system to where they can handle all the attention that he is already getting, and he's going to continue to do about this as we got prepared for this game. And he said he handles the attention very well. He doesn't walk around campus, you know, out in the clouds. He's got his feet on the ground, and that's always the best way to go, because that recruiting you know, world that the coaches live in, boy, it can definitely influence how a kid acts.
Well, and that program has been built as kind of almost modeled after a college program at CPA. And you see Drew Maddox wearing that white golf shirt, a little superstitious. Used to be a suit and tie guy, had a couple of losses, put on the white golf shirt, and it hasn't taken it off. But he said he has washed it.
And that's a good thing. I mean, you don't want to. There's superstition, and then there's a little out-of-control superstition.
And you saw Faraji Phillips, he and his coaching staff in their sartorial splendor on the other side with the white shirts and ties. It looks like Anthony Grant and company.
Very sharp.
Down low, there is Lindsey. Handled the pass and got it to go. Jalen Lindsey with 13, and every time he makes a move like that, you still want to use the caveat, and he's a sophomore.
He's a sophomore, and he hasn't had to go outside, but he can step out on the perimeter and shoot as well, and that's another part of his game that he hasn't had to uncork today.
Underneath, it was Martin who couldn't get the shot to go, but he did draw the foul. He'll be at the line. As we check the CPA foul on Jalen Lindsey, his third personal, team's fifth.
This left-hander, Martin, just a 9th grader. Let's check back with him in another year or two as he gets a little bit older, because you notice the length that he's already got. He's going to keep growing. He's got that body type. I mean, he could end up 6'5", 6'6" here in a couple years and really be dangerous. But I love the way that he comes in and is not afraid to make plays. He's very confident.
And what Faraji Phillips is doing, building with his own staff, his own program, and boy, he is really just a calming influence on this team. And I think you're going to see a lot out of Mitchell in years to come.
He was a junior high coach before this and had a lot of success at that level.
Won a couple of state titles. Shot missed there by Brown, and Alsmiller there to clean it up and drew the foul.
Well, you know where Alsmiller's going to be. He likes to spot up in the corner there and spread that defense out. He's so dangerous from the outside. That time he came out of that corner, he saw the loose ball, got there first, and a rare two-point attempt here for Alsmiller. See how he jumps on that loose ball, draws the contact, and is able to put it home.
Foul was on McNeil, his third, and each team now with 5 team fouls. Missed the free throw, and the lead of 18 marks the third time that has been the largest bulge of the game. Three-pointer by Stevenson, and finally he gets uncorked. And Faraji Phillips wants a little time to talk about it after that, and they've been waiting for that to happen.
So Faraji Phillips seeing the positive move right there, getting the timeout, wants to set up that defense, probably set up some pressure. They're in a little bit of foul trouble, not awful, but they're going to have to be able to do this without fouling. But I love the way they have kept their poise and hung around, because CPA has really played sharp. But I like what Coach Phillips is doing here. You can tell he's ready to set up that full court pressure.
Don't forget, you can purchase a DVD copy of any of the Division I or Division II Blue Cross Championship basketball games. Log on to TSSAA-network.com and look for the green Buy Now button. There's the Mitchell Pep Band, made their way up from the Bluff City, and they are loud and proud. Mitchell Tigers here at Murphy Center.
So different defense here. Looks like a 1-2-2 full court pressure. More three-quarter court here.
In the right corner, there is Brandon Cook. Back outside, boy, there's some dangerous passes as they use the skip and a foul called on Mitchell.
So you can see a different look here with this Mitchell zone.
Oh, kick ball, and it will be CPA with the ball back.
Now they go straight man on this possession.
But the changing defense is keeping CPA on their toes. Horton hands it back off, and Bradshaw gets his hands on it. Around a screen from Lindsay, into the corner. Cook with the three that's missed, and Lindsay, huge rebound, came out of there though. And here comes Bonds, back to Bradshaw. Mitchell recovered. Bradshaw looking for somewhere to go with it. Kicks it over in the corner to Lindsay, back to Bradshaw, and they reset. Bradshaw down the lane, drew the foul on the way to the bucket.
Got Jeremiah Martin again. I love his competitiveness. He's a freshman guarding a senior, Greg Bradshaw, who has been so dominant this afternoon. And he was upset. He's trying to lock him down. He thinks he can do it.
Now Mitchell with some foul trouble, as both Martin and Blackwell each have 4. Lindsay around a screen, couldn't get it to fall, but Bradshaw had the offensive board knocked away. And then a foul called on Aquarius Stevenson.
I think they're going to get Bradshaw here.
Okay, it will be.
It was a good strip by Nathan Cole. Bradshaw came down with that offensive rebound after the Lindsay miss. And a good strip by Nathan Cole. And then Bradshaw reached back out of frustration there.
Here to the right side. Long three by Stevenson is missed. That one was off balance. And here comes Bradshaw into the front court. He leaves it up for Lindsay, and the alley-oop slam.
That is tough to guard right there. Bradshaw again beating the pressure, and that opens up that court. You got to come over and help. And that leaves Lindsay open for that angle where he could get that lob.
CPA with 3 players with at least 14 points. Final seconds of the third quarter. They'll need to get it up quickly. At the buzzer, it's no good as the shot went up. We've got 3 quarters in the books, 8 minutes to go before we crown our first of 3 state champions today. It's CPA 64, Mitchell 47. Back with the fourth quarter here on the TSSAA Network.
The 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships are brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, proud corporate sponsor of the TSSAA, and by the Governor's Highway Safety Office, who reminds you don't drink and drive. And by your local Tennessee Public Television stations, proud host of the 2012 Blue Cross Basketball Championships.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships.
I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program and participate in the TSSAA network, go to TSSAAnetwork.com/SBP.
CPA leads at 64-47 after 3. Let's check in now with Chad Witherow.
Joined now by Catherine Smith from Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. And Catherine, you guys have been a longtime partner of TSSAA. Why is it important to support high school athletics?
Well, we definitely have a mission at Blue Cross to support healthy, active lifestyles and to teach these young student athletes those commitment and discipline mission all the time is just really wonderful for us. So we're able to get them at a young age and instill those habits into their future years.
Now, I know you always have something fun going on with this event. What is the Fan Face-Off?
Fan Face-Off, of course, is to show school spirit, but it's all on Facebook this time around. So getting the conversation going amongst everyone, and all we're asking you to do is to go out to our Facebook page and vote for what school you're supporting. And the school with the most votes will win the $1,000 donation at the end of the week.
Sounds great. Guys, back to you.
8 minutes to go, and as we begin the fourth quarter, Mitchell hoping for a better fourth quarter than they had the third. They were just 3 out of 15 from the field in the third quarter after having a good second period and closing the gap a little bit. CPA had a good third quarter, 10 out of 15 from the floor.
CPA back in the zone now. They're content with the lead here, not to pressure out on the perimeter. They're going to force the Tigers to work for their offense and be patient.
And they force a steal out of it. Here comes Wharton, and Wharton all the way in for the layup. Vic Wharton with 6 points, and he just raises the energy level of this CPA team every time he gets his hands on the ball.
He is a classic energy player, but he's got great ball handling skills for a guy whose first suit is really a football player. He's already been offered by 5 major college teams a scholarship as a sophomore, so you get an idea what kind of athlete he is.
Aquarius Stevenson gets his second 3 of the day, and Wharton also a 4-sport athlete at CPA. Boy, Bonds with a big drive. He's got 8 points in the game. Braxton Bonds right at his average in this state tournament.
I love the way he moves out there. He's just got a great handle, and he can score when necessary. He's a pass-first guy, but an unselfish player, still able to take it and finish it when needed.
Again, a sophomore. Here's McNeil on the right side. They work to the corner for Cole. Cole in the lane. There's Blackwell. Has to be careful with the contact. He's playing with 4 fouls, but this one is on CPA. And it's on Vic Wharton, his third. And you see Drew Maddox hoping to get the state championship as a coach that eluded him as a player.
And he had a great high school team. I believe Ron Mercer is in the stands here, one of his closest friends.
Yep. They had a great team at Goodpasture.
They sure did. And Sam Howard, who also ended up playing at Vanderbilt, was on that team, and they were upset by BGA in the 1A title game. So Drew has been thirsting for that first championship, and he's in good position right here. But this Mitchell team has been making it tough all afternoon. They've been tough to put away.
Second free throw missed, and Bradshaw pulls down the rebound, and they'll clear it out to Bonds. And you can see CPA has not let the air out of it, but they have turned down the volume just a little bit. Bradshaw, long three is missed, and Allsmiller pulls down the offensive board. Now Bradshaw, they'll clear it back to Bonds. 24 of CPA's 68 points have come off of Mitchell turnovers so far in the game. But here, it's a three for Allsmiller, and a timeout taken by CPA. Allsmiller with 4 threes in the game, and he has 19 now for this CPA team.
And once again, spreading the court, dribble penetration. Bonds, we talked about pass first. He could have shot that, but he passed off a good shot for a better one. And Allsmiller in his favorite spot out of that corner. They know where each other is going to be. And when you can penetrate the way they have it, they space the court. I don't care how good your defense is, that is hard to guard because you have to help. You have to help, and it's hard to recover.
Beneath Tennessee's Cumberland Mountains lies the world's most magical music adventure. 333 feet deep in the Volcano Room. Music from the heart of the American experience. Be sure and tune in for Bluegrass Underground on this PBS station, and it is a Tennessee original.
So 5:48 to go. You mentioned it, Chip. At this point, CPA doesn't need to press the tempo. They've got a comfortable lead here. If you're Drew Maddox, you want to play good, tough defense without fouling. It is St. Patrick's Day, so people are getting into the spirit here.
Where was your hat like that?
Well, that's always a tough dilemma, Chip. If your colors are not green and your team is playing on St. Patrick's Day, do you go green or do you wear your school colors? And that's or are you trying to mix them together? I mean, for example, for CPA, if you go with the purple for the Lions and you mix in green, you look like the Joker.
Correct. And I think that was
that's a little scary.
I think that was Nathan Cole's mother. She had a little green on as well. Looking for a little luck, however they can get it. Here's Stevenson. The 3-ball missed, and the putback is no good. Rebound flies out of there, and Mitchell keeps it. They'll reset with 5.5 minutes to go. There's McNeil over into the corner to Cole. He'll drive and a foul on Lindsey. And on Jalen Lindsey, it's his 4th. Lindsey, big day today, 15 points. And also for Lindsey, he has 4 rebounds today.
And our theme all day long is all of the Lions players, they're unselfish. None of them have had to force the play to get their shots. They all do it. They wait for their turn. And when the situation calls for it, they're ready to score.
Mitchell gets into the bonus for the first time today, really. And they do it at the 5:25 mark. And it is Nathan Cole at the free throw line. And the toss is up and good. Cole, 7 points on the day. Glad you're with us on PBS stations. From the Tri-Cities area to Knoxville to Cookeville, down in southeast Tennessee around Chattanooga, up through Middle Tennessee, out west to Jackson, and then on to Memphis. Glad to have you wherever you may be. Free throw good by Cole. He has 8, 71-53, and CPA equals their largest lead of the day at 18 points.
The 2-guard front against the 3-quarter court press. 2 good ball handlers out there in Bonds and Wharton. And they've got Bradshaw at the high post. If they can get it to him, that he's a good trigger man to make it happen attacking the basket.
As we watch Wharton, he plays basketball with a football player's mentality.
Yeah, he's a great playmaker on the football side. Defensive back, wide receiver, can do a lot of things.
Not a stall here by CPA, but they're going to take something that might be open, and 5-second call or double dribble against Bradshaw, and that'll be the 8th turnover. And that's one thing that Mitchell can do one-on-one. They can certainly really turn up the heat and lock you down.
And they have to. And you saw CPA with their good ball handlers just really spreading, almost a 4-corner look there. And that was good pressure on the ball. They forced Bradshaw into the turnover.
High post, goes the pass, down the lane. Shot up and good by Jalen Blackwell. He has 11, and it's 71-55. The lead is 16. And Bonds working against the pressure. They get it into front court, ball tipped away, and here they go. McNeil, one-on-one with Bond, spin move, layup no good, but a foul.
And that's what you don't want if you're CPA. You can't have turnovers that lead to easy opportunities for Mitchell. That's the one way that this game could get interesting here. Mitchell applying the pressure, got the deflection. Good spin move there. McNeil has been so impressive this afternoon. Almost had a chance for a three-point play.
Second foul on Braxton Bonds, and it is the 8th team foul. And it will send that man, Mario Mitchell, to the free throw line. Mitchell hits the first. Or McNeil, rather. He has 16. And you see coming in Robert Brown for CPA. The Lions looking for a state title today, as is Mitchell. CPA still in the driver's seat with just 4:09 remaining. Free throw good by McNeil. He has 17 today.
That's a good make because it allows you to set up your press. Again, at the head of it, you got Cole trying to apply that pressure, get some double teams.
And Mitchell has scored 6 in a row after being down 20. Down the lane, Bradshaw, the kick out to Allsmiller, the 3 missed, and the rebound to Brown, back outside, and it's Aquarius Stevenson who makes the interception, and CPA fouls him, and it'll give Mitchell an opportunity to score without the clock running.
Well, that's not the foul you want. It was great offense by CPA. As Drew Maddox has to like, again, the shot selection. Good penetration pitch, wide open look by an excellent shooter. They even got that second chance. Brown got the rebound, but the key was the turnover. He tried to get it back out. He had the right idea because he didn't force anything. He was trying to just get another possession started there. And a good job by Stevenson to read the pass, and he's the man that gets fouled.
Aquarius Stevenson, 6 points and 2 rebounds today. Free throw missed on the front end of the 1-and-1, and Bradshaw there to get the rebound. Vic Wharton works it in, and that's 4 turnovers in a row for CPA. McNeil leaves it off, but a lot of purple jerseys around that Mitchell player. Here is Stevenson with a 3. Well, that would have been a big shot if he could have gotten it to go. And the ball out of bounds, last touched by Mitchell. So CPA gets it with 3:27 to go and up 14.
And Mitchell unable to convert inside there with Lindsey out of the game with 4 fouls. So this is where really they have an opportunity, but they keep giving themselves some turnovers and extra possessions.
Stevenson fouled by Bonds as he made his move to the basket.
Drew Maddox right now has got to decide when to come back with Lindsey. He's got 4 fouls, and so you don't want him to get another one. But you love to have his presence there in the paint.
Coming up, our AAA championship, it will be an all Bluff City affair with the East Mustangs taking on the Central Warriors.
Those two teams have played 3 times already. All 3 have been tight. Central has beaten East on 2 buzzer beaters, including in the region final. Of course, that was not an elimination game, but they meet up again for a 4th time for the championship. Looking forward to that.
Lindsey back in at the 3:16 mark.
You can tell Drew Maddox contemplating it. There's pluses and minuses of doing it, but he's going to take the chance and get his big man back in there.
Stevenson, second free throw is good. Aquarius Stevenson with 8 points, and he'll come out of the game for a few moments. But they'll need him for the stretch run if they can clip some of this lead off. Substitution here, offense, defense for offense. 8-0 Mitchell run right now. Trying to get another turnover. They've had 5 in a row, have CPA. They need something to get their confidence back. It's Wharton to the basket, and there it is.
And that was a big finish by Wharton.
And a foul after the shot. Is that a technical foul on Vic Wharton?
Technical foul has been assessed against CPA's number 1, Vic Wharton.
And you can see on the left hand of your screen.
Sort of counted the basket.
Yep. Did a little officiating.
I think what he was saying was he thought he was and one. I think is what he was saying if I read that right. But they called a couple of ticky-tack technicals earlier in the game on Mitchell, so now CPA gets one. But officials calling it tight. They've been consistent.
Yes, they have. But any type of hand gesture like that is even considered taunting, that's going to get called. Free throw is good by Nathan Cole. He'll have another coming. as we are under 3 minutes to go now, and it's a 13-point lead. Cole can cut it to a dozen. And couldn't get it to go there. He has 9 points on the day.
And they will get the ball back here.
Yep, they'll get the ball and a chance to do a little more damage. And the CPA fans across the way getting a little fidgety.
Now remember, the high post has been the open area against this defense. We'll see if the Tigers can get a good look there.
Work it to the short corner and back outside Stevenson. Long two, misses. Offensive board though, and Robinson looks to put it back up, and a foul inside on Lindsey, and he will be gone.
Well, that's the tough thing we talked about, of putting him back in there with 4 fouls. If you don't have him in there, it opens things up for the Tigers. And we've commented on how Vaughn, Robinson, and Blackwell really get after it in there. It's not easy to keep them off the offensive glass, and now it just got harder because their big man is now done for the afternoon. So Lindsey will have to hope that his teammates can finish it out here. He gets a huge round of applause by the CPA fans behind him. And he was outstanding again. He's only going to get better.
CPA has put Mitchell at the line here a lot in the second half by committing 12 team fouls. They only had 6 in the first half. Free throw is good by Robinson. He'll have another.
But when you pressure it the way they do it, sometimes you are prone to foul.
73-61, now 62. The lead is down to 11. And Stevenson with 9, all coming here in the second half. 11-2 run over the last 3:15 for Memphis Mitchell, and they have gotten back into the ball game. Here's Wharton. Wharton, lob pass to Bradshaw, who has been quiet lately. Bradshaw on the drive, and a foul there on Nathan Cole. It'll be it'll be the 17th foul, which will put Bradshaw at the line, and CPA now in the bonus. So that is a weapon they can use themselves going to the line.
That was a hand check there. Cole trying to keep Bradshaw in front, but as we mentioned all day long, Bradshaw is a pretty good ball handler, but big miss on the front end of the 1-and-1.
73-62. Here comes Mitchell. There's Blackwell. He's playing with 4 fouls. Back out on top to McNeil. Right side to Cole.
Trying to get the spacing right here. Want to get into those gaps, get the ball to the high post, or get the ball into the paint one way or the other.
There's Cole looking. Now Blackwell. Draw some attention. He'll go in the lane and forced it up. Bradshaw got the rebound for CPA.
It was good defense by Robert Brown there, staying in front and making that shot tough.
And staying on his feet. And a foul there from the backside. It looks like a Mario McNeil. And one, it was a kind of, oops, I didn't mean to foul. His 4th personal foul on McNeil, team's 8. And down to 95 seconds left in the game. Brown, free throw good. His first point today. Brown scored 2 in each of their first 2 games. And he can make it a trifecta with a free throw here, or actually Bradshaw. Bradshaw with more than 2. He's got 23.
And remember, he had 19 in the first half. He hasn't had to score in the second half, but making free throws down the stretch is going to be important here, because Mitchell's going to have to pressure and probably foul.
75-62. 13-point lead for the Lions of Christ Presbyterian. Trap in the corner. They work it back out now to Robinson to McNeil. McNeil and a timeout across the way by Coach Faraji Phillips.
And Coach Phillips, he did a good job there. His last 2 trips down, he hasn't liked the way his team is spaced against that CPA zone. So he says, okay, let's call a timeout, let's draw it up and make sure we know where we're supposed to be, because we need to attack that thing and get quick shots down 13.
And not only that, against the zone, they just kind of came down and stood still.
Yeah, you got to move. Against the zone defense, you've got to make sure that you're spaced correctly, and if you stand still, you're easy to match up with.
75-62 is the score, and the Blue Cross Basketball Championships Move of the Game brought to you by Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, promoting healthy and active lifestyles among Tennessee's young people.
We talked about Craig Bradshaw all day long with the speed dribble, able to go foul line to foul line against this very quick Mitchell team. And then how about the finish by the sophomore Jalen Lindsey? He had a couple of those this afternoon. We probably could have run a different one that looked exactly the same as that one. He did it twice in that second half.
You don't have to slam dunk it, but you can get into the movement as well. Take the stairs instead of the elevator and join the movement across Tennessee from Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee. 75-62, a 13-point lead for CPA. Mitchell needing points and needing them fast. There's Nathan Cole into the corner. Keelan Phillips is back in. Cole, now they get it to Blackwell at the high post. Tried to get out of there and drew the foul. And it's either Brown or Allsmiller.
Yeah, let's see who they get, because I thought Brown did a good job for a second straight time of sliding his feet, but they called him for the body there, so he does pick it up.
And that's a break for CPA because Allsmiller was starting to get in a little foul trouble. But he's going to be okay. He stays in, and at the line will be Jalen Blackwell, who on the afternoon 1 out of 2 at the line. Blackwell, he is one of several players he is put together, isn't he?
Sure is.
Free throw missed.
So CPA in pretty good shape here. In the driver's seat with a minute to go. Have to take care of the ball.
Blackwell trying to get it a point closer, and he does with his 12th of the day. 75-62. Make it 75-63 as they have got it down to a dozen. And pressure in the backcourt. They work it into the front. There's Bradshaw. Bradshaw in the corner to Horton. Now Allsmiller. Allsmiller looks. Right side to Brown. Playing keep away. Little four corners of their version of it. And a foul away from the ball with 37 seconds to go.
Smart spacing by the Lions, spreading the court into those four-corner offense, making it tough to apply that double team. Kept moving the ball quick before the trap got there.
McNeil fouls out, but CPA trying to make history today, becoming only the 4th school to win a girls and boys title in their history. It all started back in '62 when the Bradley Central Bears were able to do it. Chattanooga Brainerd on the girls' side in '84. They had Venus Lacey, who was a great player down at Louisiana Tech, and then Brentwood Academy did it just about 6 years ago.
CPA get ready to get on that list officially here.
Braxton Bonds. A couple of free throws for him, and they're big ones. He has 10 points now and 37 seconds to go, and it is a 14-point lead for CPA. Here's Stevenson. Long three, almost got lodged in there. And the foul on the rebound with 24 seconds to go.
So now Drew Maddox is going to get the senior out. Let Craig Bradshaw get a big round of applause. I would think. He's got a sub lined up there. I'm assuming he's going to go in for Bradshaw, but I'm not 100% sure.
Foul on Cole is his 4th. So with 24 seconds to go, double bonus time. And
Faraji Phillips doing the same thing. He's going to allow his team's fans to give his upperclassmen a round of applause as they come off the court.
Vic Horton, a sophomore. You look at that lineup for CPA. Horton, sophomore. Bond, sophomore. Lindsey, sophomore. Allsmiller, sophomore. Bradshaw, senior.
And then off come the Tigers. Gutsy performance. I thought they played extremely hard today, Chip. Nice job, Nathan Cole, Jalen Blackwell, hard-nosed team. I really like their heart. And Faraji Phillips is building something really nice here in his first year at Mitchell. And then Drew Maddox now going to do the same thing. He's going to clear the bench, and Ken Bradshaw comes out, and the rest of the crew.
And he's counting on Vic Horton to sink this free throw. And he did.
And he does.
So the substitutions can be made. And you can hear the CPA fans across the way. They smell a state championship with 24 seconds to go. And hugs and tears of joy starting to build on the CPA sideline. And there you can see Braxton Bonds and his head coach, Drew Maddox, with some big smiles across the way.
Solid performance, solid team performance. That's the way you play basketball.
And they're hoping this is just the beginning of something very special. Long three, in and out by Mitchell. The stick back, no good. And the rebound for CPA. Tucker Johnson came out of there with it, and a foul underneath with 10.7 seconds to go. And the foul will be on Tucker Johnson. And it's a sin for Mitchell. Vince McFarland to the free throw line, and McFarland connects.
Gotta like him in the scorebook. You know, Chip, if I had to put a word on watching the CPA team play, as you see Drew Maddox pacing the sideline, unselfish. I mean, I really, that's the one thing that really jumps out to me when you watch them play, and that's a really good label that you want to have. It's just great team basketball. They share the ball so well.
There's not a coach that would not want to have that label on his team. CPA brings the ball into front court, and they're going to run out the clock and will be allowed to do so. And as it hits triple zeros, CPA wins the AA state championship with a 78-64 win over the Mitchell Tigers of Memphis. It is a happy time at Christ Presbyterian, and they do make history, becoming only the fourth school to capture the girls and boys state titles in the same year.
Just a great performance right from the start. That pressure defense, that good spread offense, moving that ball around, and they beat a good, tough Mitchell team in the final to earn it. So CPA, the mid-state team, winning the 2A title. Memphis has had a stranglehold on that for quite a long time, Chip. So great accomplishment by Drew Maddox and his crew. And you get the feeling with that young roster he's got, it may not be the last time you see them in this game.
And it may not be the last time you see Mitchell in this game.
I really like what they've got going there. And, of course, anytime you're coming out of Memphis, you're going to have some competition. But I like what the Tigers are doing.
Postseason or post-tournament awards will be coming up in just a moment. (78-64), your final. And we'll be hearing from Drew Maddox momentarily.
We'll see if Chad Withrow can find him amidst all the hugs he's getting over there by all of his players. and that worn-out CPA golf shirt he's been wearing, now he can safely put that in the closet, and I think his wife will be very happy to hear about that. Maybe they'll frame it.
You never know. All right, we're going to take a break. 78-64, your final. Back with our post-tournament awards right after this as CPA wins the Class AA title.
I see history.
I see numbers.
I see music. I see spaceships.
I see a butterfly.
Each year, the School Advocates for Vision and Education in Memphis makes it possible for hundreds of school children to get the glasses they need, all for free.
I see my future.
So whatever they see better. That's why Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee supports them. Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee is for Tennessee.
I see you.
See how Blue Cross is impacting your community at bcbst.com/impact.
Take me home tonight.
You can choose the back seat, or we'll choose one for you.
(78-64) is your final today as CPA wins the Class AA state championship. AA goes first today, followed by AAA, then Class A. And a little luck of the Irish goes to the CPA Lions as they win it 78-64. Luck and a very good basketball team.
Well, they came out strong. They applied the pressure. They ran those double teams. They forced Mitchell into 11 turnovers in the first quarter. As you heard Faraji Phillips talk about, his team was a little bit nervous early. That allowed CPA to take control of the game. Offensively, it was Craig Bradshaw, the senior, who took control of it. He got them off to a good start. And from there, I don't want to say they cruised because Mitchell came after them. They settled down and played well, but they could never really make it that close.
All right, Mr. Basketball Awards. And the finalists being introduced. There you see the first one is Craig Bradshaw. Let's pick up the call from PA announcer John Rice.
Range and 71.5% from the free throw line. He's been selected to the All-District team 4 times and the All-Region team twice. Craig was named the MVP of the Arby's Classic. He has scored over 2,000 points in his career. He also has 900 career assists and 600 rebounds. His head coach here today, Drew Maddox. How about a big hand? Our first finalist, Craig Bradshaw from Christ Presbyterian Academy. And our next finalist, Brandon Cole from Stone Memorial High School in Crossville. Brandon is a 6'2" senior post player, 4-year starter for the Panthers, and he averages 25 points a game, 11 rebounds, 1.2 assists, and nearly 2 steals a game. He shoots 57.3% from the field, 31.8% from three-point range, and 72% from the free throw line. Brandon's a 3-time All-District selection and was named the MVP of the district tournament this year. He's been selected to the region All-Tournament team twice and was an All-State selection last year. Brandon was also a member of the All-Tournament team at last year's state tournament. He scored over 2,000 points in his career and has nearly 1,000 career rebounds. His head coach here today, Mike Buck. How about a big hand? Our second finalist, Brandon Cole from Stone Memorial High School. And our third finalist, Jalen Lindsay from Christ Presbyterian Academy. Jalen, 6'6" sophomore forward. He's a 3-year starter for the Lions who averages 18 points a game, 9.6 rebounds, 1.8 assists, and 1.7 steals per game. He's now shooting 60.4% from the field, 39.4% from three-point land, and 67.5% from the free throw line. He's a 3-time All-District selection and has been named to the All-Region team twice. Jalen was named to the All-State team his freshman year. He's already scored more than 1,500 career points. He's made over 500 career rebounds and 200 career blocks. His head coach, of course, here today, Drew Maddox. Jalen Lindsay, Christ Presbyterian Academy, our third finalist. How about a big hand for our 3 finalists here today, ladies and gentlemen. And your 2012 Class AA Mr. Basketball winner, Craig Bradshaw of CPA. How about one more big hand, ladies and gentlemen? Our 3 finalists and our winner, Craig Bradshaw, Mr. Basketball for 2012 Class AA. On behalf of the TSSAA, we'd first like to recognize our competitors. But before we distribute our team trophies, we'd like to take a moment to thank people who've helped make this a successful tournament. Please help us, if you would, ladies and gentlemen, recognize the Rutherford County Chamber of Commerce, Middle Tennessee State University, and their staff for helping and hosting this tournament and making it an outstanding event once again. We'd also like to thank Action Pix TN, the official photographer of the TSSAA. You can purchase pictures from the state tournament anytime online at actionpixtn.com. We'd also like to thank Blue Cross Blue Shield of Tennessee, the Governor's Highway Safety Office, Tennessee Dairy Farmers, Rollins Baptist Sports Medicine, Huff and Puff Trucking, Dixie Homecrafters, and of course Action Pix TN for their support. of our championship. Our first award goes to the cheerleading squad that has demonstrated outstanding sportsmanship during our tournament this week. And the Spirit Award goes to Mitchell High School, the cheerleaders from Memphis Mitchell. Congratulations, Tiger cheerleaders. And now the presentation of the runner-up coach's plaque, and it belongs to head coach Faraji Phillips from Mitchell High School. Congratulations, head coach Phillips. Tremendous season this year, finishing here in the state championship game. And now the presentation of the runner-up team trophy, and it belongs to the Tigers from Memphis Mitchell High School, finishing 23-10 this season. A great season. And now the presentation of the champion coach's plaque, Drew Maddox from CPA. Head coach Maddox, congratulations, state champions in 2012. And now the presentation of the champion team, the Lions from CPA of Nashville, the gold ball in 2012. And the Lions finishing this season 37-2.
78-64 the final, and kisses all around for the gold ball today, Will.
And you see Craig Bradshaw doing an unbelievable job today, setting the tone. The senior with all those young players around him. CPA sets it, and Drew Maddox has his first state championship. He came so close as a player, and he's been working his way his 6th year as the coach of CPA. He now has the gold ball that will be taken back to that CPA house, and that's a crowded trophy case back at CPA.
Congratulations to CPA, your AA state champions. Stay tuned for more state championship basketball here on the TSSAA network. For Willie Donick, this is Chip Walter saying thanks for being with us from Murfreesboro. Now more from your local PBS station.
Congratulations there to CPA of Nashville, but didn't Mitchell of Memphis put up an incredible game there?
Yes, they did, Becky.